Hello guys and welcome. We are going to bring you this map. We are in a game with Epsilon taking on Exertus. It is 2-1 currently to Epsilon. This is in a quarter final. The winner of this will go on to take on Millennium in the semi. I am Tony and I'm here with Jonas. The duo boys, we back. We back. We into it and this is going to be a good game.
Yeah, we're back with a great game. Don't pay attention to the Millennium TCM name on the right. We just joined it last minute to bring you back all the action from London for the EGL Open Challenge Division Tournament presented by PS4. And we have a CTF game on Breach, which we've just seen Millennium against TCM Millennium taking it last, well, very easily, 2-0. So I'm expecting to see kind of a passive game here. And with the likes of Reedy, it can get really passive.
Yeah, well, it can be passive. I mean, we've seen Millennium when they did take on TCM just there before, and it was quite passive. Millennium just took their time. It was slow and methodical, but there was reason behind those plays. But here we go, Epsilon going to make a couple of kills, and Mooseman comes in with 2, and he's going to make a good push on towards that. Desire does shut him down though, so Moose not able to pull that flag just that time. Can he defend it this time? No, they're getting away from him. There you go, Reedy does cover as well. So Epsilon are going to try and run this one home, and it looks pretty good.
I thought there was a camel for some reason, but Desire was actually just too late to be the savior on that one, and no one's going to be able to prevent Rated from scoring that flag, not even Carbines, who's going to drop straight after that.
Yeah, Carbines does go down to it's HVK. And apologies, guys, I do still have this sore throat. And I feel like my voices went down a little bit. Do you think it's a bit sexier? Or Brycey said yes.
Yeah, I think it is, but at the same time, it's not as good for casting.
No, I mean, I keep squeaking a little bit. So apologies if your eardrums do get burst by my squeakiness at some point during this game, but I'm bored with Watson at this current time. And you know, he just about... Did you catch the game when they played against Vitality?
Exertus,
Watson went with a 1v2 right at the end.
Yeah,
at
and on the first map,
5-5-2-2.
they almost brought it back on the first map purely based on Watson's performance. He's been performing really, really well against the French, but so far, in what I've seen from him on the series against Epsilon, it's been kind of shaky, and I think there has to be some part of, you know, I got dropped from Epsilon, now I want my payback, and maybe there's some extra pressure as well.
Well, you know, he's got an opportunity. They're only 2-1 down in the series, 1-0 down on the map.
And there is a good push right there.
Back, but here we go, Carbines on board with him. Really has some defensive work to do. Is he going to be able to pick up one? Not quite. Desire coming in there with the kill onto him, and that flag is going to be pulled.
Big gunfight here.
Yeah, that is a big gunfight. Dave wins it. Actually, Rated goes down, so Joe is going to have to be the one to clutch things up. Does have heat wave as well. Can Joe do something? Ginger Joe coming out of nowhere a little bit too early with the heat wave. I think gets taken down by Carbines. They should be able to run this one home. It's looking pretty good for Exertus. They should tire this one up now.
Yeah, and Desire is on a 3-kill score streak, and with this flag score, he's only going to be a few points away from his lightning strike. And as I say that, he just gets a massive headshot onto Rated, not going to be able to get his L-Storm or whatever, as he's going to get dropped by Reedy. But it's currently 1-1, and good job out of Exertus to tie it back straight away, because when you're trailing in CTF, it's such an awful situation to be in. But they've been doing some serious work, and Epsilon not playing as defensive once they were leading 1-0. I think they just wanted to extend that score.
Dave is left all on his own. Joe pushing towards the flag. He is going to get to pull that one away and see what he can do with it. He is going to go up against Dave, who comes in clutch again, takes down 2 members of Epsilon as they were pushing there. So good defensive work by Exertus there. I said they are 1-2 down in this series. This map score is currently 1-1 with a minute to go in this first half. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, and Dave has been extremely clutch against Vitality as well. Watson was going in with the slaying power, I would say, but Dave was making some crucial kills. So he's not putting in massive numbers. You see him currently is only going 6 and 5, but he's on a 4-kill streak, and he was the last one alive against Joe, and Joe pulled that flag away, and it was a crucial gunfight. Otherwise, it was 2-1 if he lost it.
Just while we're at a bit of a stalemate, I know obviously you caught the very end of the Vitality Exertus game. It seemed a bit strange to me when Watson was in that 1v2 situation. I can't remember who the Vitality player was, but they challenged him. Whalers challenged him. Was that a bit of a bad decision, do you feel?
Yeah, it was, but at the same time, the reasoning behind it is that Watson came out and...
4 down.
Oh, this is going to be a flag.
Yeah, this 100%.
is going to be
It's looking at, unless they get a really nice spawn. No, not going to happen.
So
don't. Rated should be able to run that one home. That just happened very, very quickly, didn't it? I mean, all 4 members did go down. And if you're Exertus,
all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's just very, very sudden. Rated and Cole just 10. Oh, hold on. Reedy does take down Desire. And yeah, they should still be able to run that one home. I thought there may be some score streaks coming in there, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be 2-1 at halfway point.
Yeah, that lightning's not going to stop him. So the point being behind Whaler's decision was that Watson came out and shot Riskin, who was defusing the bomb.
Yeah.
But he only shot one burst because he knew there was going to be someone. So from Whalers' perspective, like, you can't guess that Watson hadn't killed him.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think that he made that kill happen. So straight away, the first thing you got to do is go back and challenge Watson and chase him inside the stairs because he was going to run away. But unfortunately, the fact that Watson missed the one-shot kill, the one-burst kill, is actually helped him.
Yeah. So he got himself into a position where he was able to take that kill. I mean, you can't take anything away from Watson at that point. That was very,
no
very
Whalers.
good
He's been playing so well, and that was definitely the right call to make. If considering the fact that you would have thought Riskin was dead, and Riskin was this far away. He was literally
very
a few milliseconds away from defusing that bomb, so it could have gone his way, but Exertus took the best out of him.
I said Exertus did get the best of them there. Yeah, we are in a quarterfinal. That's a good gunfight win for Mooseman going up against Carbines there. Can he get himself in a position to pull a flag? They are 2-1 to the good. We've got 3 members of Exertus defending at this moment in time, and I think Exertus just want to play the counteract game, if anything. You know, they are being pushed in here a little bit, and Raid's going to cause a lot of problems here with the scythe in his hands. He's going to jump around towards the flag as well, looking for another kill. Exertus being very, very tentative, very negative, trying to get away, but he does get one kill. Dave comes in there, does shut him down, though. Did pop his kinetic arm out to get rid of him, though. Didn't really need it, but does shut him down. So now Exertus can push out and try and get that flag that they do actually need. They're 2-1 down.
Yeah, you just want to make sure when you got rated with the side pushing, you just want to make sure you're going to make that kill happen, because if you had made one more kill, it would have been a disaster for that Exertus lineup. Now, it's only 2-1, and with 3 minutes 54 seconds left into that game, it's more than enough time to tie the game back up. But now you see the Epsilon lineup. The attack was aborted now. They're just going to make sure they're going to defend their base properly and they can kill those Exertus players who would want to pull that flag away. Yeah,
it just seems as if Exertus have been really stuck in their base from the word go on this half. But Rated has actually escaped out, but he's going to get taken down.
He shouldn't have shot it. He shouldn't have gone for it.
It's a little bit silly that he has pushed out there and getting taken down. So now he has 2 of his teammates having to defend against 4 members of Exertus. Dave having to think about it, but they're just taking their time. Joe does take down Watson, so that might deter him just a little. Here comes the HCXD. He's going to push out, just try and get away. I don't think that's ever going to happen for Dave in that position. Joe is sitting up in mid-map trying to do something that does take down Desire as well, so that might free up Epsilon. Push out. You can see Joe has extended out a little bit now. Is he going to come into a gunfight with Dave? Yes, he is. Shots are being fired. Dave just trying to stay alive at this current moment in time. And it's going to be a big win for Joe if he can get a hold of it. But yeah, he is going to get the kill. Dave was causing a lot of problems there. On board with Joe now. If he can push out, that may be an attack for Epsilon. Not going to quite happen. Desire comes in there with the kill onto Joe. This flag needs to be pulled, and actually Carbine's shutting down Moose, so this might actually allow Exertus to go in there. 3 men have been taken down, and they have just about getting away. Reedy is the one defending here, and I think he's just sort of resided away to the fact that that flag is gone.
What?
That was very strange.
That was very strange. I think it must have been in a situation.
Oh my God! Watson's fallen off the map.
No,
he fell off the map.
No.
Oh my God.
I think there's
no. That is what Tilt is made of. How has he fallen off the map?
What?
That was a guaranteed flag. That was it.
That was such a weird. That was such a weird 1 minute. First, I do not understand why Reedy left that guy pull the flag away, and he didn't even chase after. He kind of assumed the guy would come back. But then I understand Reedy. You can let that flag away. You can let that flag get away if Watson's running it apparently, because he's just gonna fold the map.
Man, no,
that is... He's going to fall off the map, was it?
You've got...
All right, Watson.
This sort of situation, this sort of scenario, you cannot do that. Watson has a redemption. He has to make up for that. 6 and 10, drops off the map with a flag when it was a free run home.
Yeah, he's got to return that. He's got to make something special. He's got to redeem himself. Especially with the way he's been playing against Vitality.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's the time to do it. Does pick up one on the raid. It's going to get taken down by Joe. There's anybody there to pick up? Yes, there is. Desire does get that there. But if anything, you know, Exertus should be drawing this one up.
I'm at loss for words, Stan. I'm at loss for words. It was a guaranteed flag. It really was. And Carbine's right there with his L-car. Is going to try to find a player on the flag. He knows there's someone. There's actually 2 players right there. He's still around there. They're just spawning now, and it's just like the flag is pulled. Yeah, it's done.
The flag's pulled. So yeah, this is going to be really hard for Carbines. Do they know he's actually still? Yeah, yes, they do. Mooseman takes him down, and this should now be 3-1 to Epsilon. It's looking good for the win. They are 2-1 up in the series, and they're about to go up 3-1 in the map with 50 seconds to go, and that's surely going to be curtains for Exertus. But you've got to look towards that play. I don't really like to place blames on players individually from anybody, but Watson falling off the map there. That is huge, but can Exertus do something here? kinetic arm has been popped. Not going to quite work for him. Reedy does take down Dave. Watson takes down Moose. Desire takes down Reedy, so this could be a pull. Who's
Still
left alive? It
possible,
is actually rated. He's going to try and defend the flag here. Desire goes down to him, and Watson has been pushed back.
Do not fall off the map, Watson.
He's going to try and run this one away. Is he going to be able to do it with the flag?
They're not going to be able to relay anyway. They won't have enough time.
They are going to get this one in, but it's going to be very, very hard. They're going to have to really push up everyone now.
Oh.
And, you know, you look at it now and you say to Watson, right, you got this flag in. You should have had another one, and that should be 3-3. Yeah.
No, it should have been 2-2, and
it
was just an example of how to give the map away to Epsilon.
Yeah, completely. I mean, that's one of those moments where you can't be making that mistake.
Yeah, they're laughing. Literally, I heard them laughing, and I'm pretty sure that was Reedy.
It was rated laughing, and that is just going to be infuriating as well. But guys, there you go. That was the final map in the series. It is going to be Epsilon taking that one 3-1.
Is that the difference between Pro and Challenge division?
Well, possibly. I mean, you know, Watson has been a big player within the European scene for a couple of years now. He did really well last year.
He's not in the Pro division this year.
Yeah, I know. It's
and that could be
he has a chance. He has a chance to get in with Exertus, but he would have had a better chance if they actually won that map and maybe.
If they won that map, I'm pretty sure they would be like very high in the rankings because they would be the only challenge team to make it to the semi-finals.
Oh yeah, I mean they were down 2-1 anyway. But if they were to win the series, then obviously they would have been in a position where they could potentially do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I said words.
That's got hurt.
It's got to really hurt, and I know for a fact that he's going to be beating himself up about that one because he's very critical of his own teammates when they make mistakes.
I would bump my hand against the wall. I really would.
Just bump it. I'd be absolutely thrashing the wall. That's got to be one of them ones that are really going to hurt for Watson. But I mean, I'd say try and learn a lesson from it, but
do not fall off the map, guys. If you're running a flag, just a little piece of advice: just do not fall off the map.
Don't fall off the map. No.
Yeah,
but
just
anyway.
in general, unless you want to reset the drone in uplink, don't fall off the map.
We do have the bracket on your screen right now. We are going to see Infused take on Splice,
and we just like basically look at it.
This is predicted.
It's top four Call of Duty World League Pro Division, and this is. It is a showing that even though the World League is being played online, we get the same results at LAN.
Yeah,
for these top four.
XL were a team a lot of people were looking at.
Well, it was 3-2, so you know, they're fifths. They're right behind Splice. So once again, I think it reflects what we've seen online.
Yeah, very much so. Coming into this now, this is where the nitty and gritty, it gets down to it now. Infused taking on Splice, and Millennium taking on Epsilon. What would your predictions for these two games? Because
I'm going to go with Infused and Millennium. I mean, I have to. I've got to go with the logic. And
I mean, you watched, I mean, no disrespect to TCM, but you watched Millennium against TCM, and they didn't look too convincing.
No, they look very convincing outside the R point. The uplink, it was just a mad cat show. It was just like, it was going off. Then the CTF, they fully control the game. So, all right, they had the sloppy map in R point. Happens to everyone. Happens to the best teams. Epsilon almost lost the R point to Exertus, even though Exertus lost the R point to Vitality. So it's just like gives you a showing that Epsilon like usually beats Vitality pretty easily on R point. But this time, you know, Epsilon has a sloppy game in R point. They could have lost it. So I think it was just a case of one map.
Yeah. Well, as you have seen now, Epsilon moving on into the semi-final. They will be taking on Millennium, as said. Predictions for these two games, Jonas. I believe we'll probably go for a quick break before we get into those two. But what are your predictions?
Yeah, Infused, I'm going to go with, I would say maybe a 3-1 on 2 Splice. I think it's going to be, like, I think the Epsilon Millennium is going to be closer. And actually, very, very, very interesting fact is that Millennium Epsilon are also playing each other Tuesday on the Call of Duty World League Pro Division. And if Millennium win, they still got a shot at making it first in the Pro League by the end of the... because it's last week.
As well,
so it's like they're going to be playing each other twice in the space of like 72 hours. And there is a lot at stake in both games.
Yeah, well, we're going to see what Millennium and Epsilon can do and what Infused and Splice can do. Just after this, guys, do not go anywhere. We've got the two semi-finals coming up just after this.